Morning traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade review for today. So yesterday was pretty much yet another crazy day, and you know, in my eyes at the moment we are definitely in a range. And if I look to the left, there's a lot of activity here in the past, and by the looks of things, we are getting more activity in the present. So the thing is, what we have here is a nice green bar, okay, but then we've got an inside bar. So we've got a double inside bar. So basically what that dictates to is a break below the bottom of these, bottom of the latest one, which will be there, and we'll fine tune this on a lower time frame, would indicate a move to the downside. Okay, break to the upside, nothing really to read into a break to the upside. I'd want to see a retest consolidation of sorts before chasing anything to the upside. If you look at the 3 hour, you'll see there's the swing low. So is this a double top? Could very well be if we break below 26,928, or is it just a range? Okay, price action the last 2 days is been of total confusion. So yeah, and this is all politically driven at the moment. Okay, so the result, earnings have come out this week, has been a pretty good week for earnings overall, more positive than negative. But the politicians are just having a field day at the moment and destroying this. Now we're going to have to wait for the politics to sort itself out before we can actually get some kind of direction again. So this volatility is going to continue. If we just look at the hour, look at this volatility of yesterday. You would have thought that this break here, breaking above quite a few, this very interesting zone here, coming back to test it, you would have thought, we're in the money here, like I did. But anyway, you can see how the volatility just keeps increasing. Now, first things first, fractal. We've just broken through it. I'm not going to read much into that at the moment. Fractal. So we do have a triangle at the moment. We're pretty much in the middle of the range, and for me the top of the range is right up here, 27,134. Bottom of range is down here, 26,928. Okay, so right now any attempt to the upside could be interesting because it would be a triangle break from the center of the range. So I would see some profit taking there, and if you get a pullback and price holding, then we may get the breakthrough to the upside. Alternatively, if it does break the downside, then expect the range height to continue. But with earnings season being as it has at the moment, I don't see panic at the moment. I just see traders that are being cautious. In other words, they're not really committing to a trade, and they just in limbo, just waiting for some catalyst to drive this higher. And we've got a whole lot of earnings coming through today as well. And I think we've got, I think it's Amazon on the weekend as well. So what could be happening here as well is just waiting, traders waiting for some better opportunities to get in. I'm still of the opinion that the trend is up. Okay, look at the 4 hour trend is still very much to the upside. And only if we break below 26,930 am I going to get worried about it. So for now, we do have quite a few bearish patterns as well. We've got an inside bar, and that's not quite an inside bar. So what I'm saying is that this body of this candle fits inside this one, body of this one fits inside that one, body of this one fits inside that one, the body of this one doesn't fit there. So that there is a bearish pattern. But because we're in an upward trend, that would signify a trend change potential. But basically we need a break below and then a retest. Retest needs to sort of be successful and start moving back the downside before I commit to that. So for now, we are range bound, and that's where I would trade this. And we are in a triangle. I would be very wary of any break out of the triangle unless it is a proper break. So I'm not interested in little things like this. It's going to have to be a proper break, pull back, then in. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment is be patient and trade within the range if you want to trade, or just sit this out until we get some direction. Let's just move across to the ichimoku. So looking at the hour, you can see we are very much still in an uptrend on the hour. Okay, the cloud is getting thinner and thinner, which is indicating potential, less resistance. So basically that means there's an opportunity that price could break through it quite easily. So the wider the cloud like this, that just offers indicating that there's a lot of resistance to the left. So if you look at this now, there's very little resistance in this area to the left. So if we do break to the downside, I would expect us to move, but I'd also expect the bottom of the range to hold. Okay, until this range breaks, this is a range-based trade. Okay, 4 hour. So 4 hour, if you look at Tegensen are flat, cloud is flattening out, lots of resistance below, but it's quite far down. So, and if you look, bottom of the range is pretty much Kijinsen, okay? So bottom range is on Kijinsen at the moment. Nothing much to read into this at this stage. All I see here is barbed wire. It is a consolidation pattern, and we need to break up or below for a trade to happen. And then if we look at the daily lastly, you can see we are still flat with Kijinsen and Tegensen, so that is indicating we are range bound, which we are. So a break below would give us a pullback and more than likely come back to test this level here. Okay, 26,724 before offering another opportunity to be long. Okay, so anyway, for me today, it's quite simple. Just probably just going to take a long weekend looking at all the charts this morning. But there's nothing really to read into this. If you are, when you see a short opportunity, you want a very tight stop and you want to drive it down to as far as you can, but you've got to look at taking profit pretty much on every single fractal level. And the problem with that is that what keeps happening is it doesn't play out. So you had a double top here that hasn't played out there. Okay, then you form channels. Okay, and then you get a break above the channel, and you think, right, we're going to do a measured move here of this channel break, and that's going to take us to the upside. But there'll be some algo out there that is looking at something completely different. For example, that level there, if you look to the left, and they just put liquidity into the market and drive it down again, so it stops you out. So all that happens in this sideways type motion is there's no clear-cut range. It's very volatile. So algos are in control here. So you've got to have your wits about you. And I don't like trading it. I prefer trading with a trend. Okay, so anyway, probably sitting on my hands for today. But if we do get some breaks to the upside, the one positive point of this triangle, and I'm getting really messy here, so it's going to go here. The one positive point of this triangle here is that a break to the upside, we just do this. So now you can see there's no clean chart, just price action. So a break to the upside would also indicate a higher low. Okay, there's the bottom of the range, top of the range. Let's come to the half hour now. Okay, so you can see a low, higher low. This is still a higher low. We do have a little bit of a channel going. There it is there. Okay, so this could be a fake out at the moment. I don't trust it because it is the Asian session at the moment. So if this does hold and we get a break out of the triangle to the upside, that's the direction I would trade with. I wouldn't really be interested in this. Okay, the only thing I'd be interested in for a long would be down the bottom here. The reason being that if we do get a break above this, it's low, higher low, which basically starts boding well for the end of the channel. Okay, at this stage at the top you can see high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So a break below this fractal would also indicate a move to the downside, but the 4-hour trend is up. So I'm still looking for longs off the bottom here. Okay, but anyway guys, that's kind of the view at the moment. It is very much in limbo, so be very careful. And let's wait and see what happens through European session and then, well, European politics with Brexit, and then we'll have to see trade war, and then hopefully some good results coming through on earnings season as well today. Okay, here we go, that's my view today. Hope it helps. Enjoy your weekend. I'll catch you next week. Cheers for now.